I think certain, people in certain groups maybe were more kind of maybe caricatured previously, whereas now, like you're saying, it's more mainstream, it's more commonplace to see that. So there is some progress. Whereas I think when I grew up in the 80s, perhaps also because of the HIV/AIDS crisis and that climate of fear, and I certainly grew up associating homosexuality with death, which you do internalize. You're then internalizing that fear and anxiety. And I think anyone that was in the media as kind of openly different in some way in terms of gender or sexuality was kind of maybe only allowed to be that way because it was for the mainstream people's entertainment.
Yeah. Like Lily Savage or something like
that.
So
exactly. So there were certain people who were kind of allowed to hold that position because, they were a celebrity, they were a kind of celebrity caricature and it was everybody's entertainment. Kind of cis-het normative, kind of society would allow certain people to be a certain way, but that did not mean, I don't believe, that it was kind of permissible or acceptable for everyone else to kind of embrace that. It was just reserved for kind of a few roles, if that makes sense.
A few treasures.
Yeah, so, a few national treasures. Yeah.
But at the same time, we might have been, people were laughing at them as well. So there was a side, there were national treasures, absolutely, but they're a bit of, well, they're like that kind of thing. So it's difficult to unpick, but yeah. The other thing I think is everyone's story is different as an individual. So just sort of lumping is too strong a word, but lumping people in a group, people are very different as individuals, and their story and their backgrounds and where they are in their lives, and that might change in the future as well, is very different. So it's interesting people are individuals,